Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So this is the second part where we're going to do a junk journal. Now the first one I did a video using a magazine, and I will put the link to that video right around here. I'm going to write that time down because I always forget. All right. And this one is going to be about things around your house. This is going to be recycling and upcycling, or whatever word you want to use for it. There's so many different ones. But I thought this would be fun. And again, Anne-Marie Collins, I'm doing this for you, my sister. So here we go. Okay, so let's just talk for a few minutes. As most of you know, I do enjoy me some pasta boxes. Now, these are, this is going to be, how do I want to say this? This I obviously bought and used the pasta in. Okay, I have a couple of them here. You can, now this is this is gonna be a little wasteful, maybe not. But you can go to the dollar store for those of you who do not have a lot of money, and I totally get it and are on a budget, and you don't have pasta boxes for anything. You can go to the dollar store for $1 and buy pasta boxes, and if you don't want to eat the pasta, you can throw it out. It's $1, you're getting the box. However, you can also get a big jar and pour the pasta all in that, and then take from there, and then you have your box. That's just a little tips. We eat pasta a lot. I love me some pasta, pasta salad, all that kind of thing. So I have some boxes. Now, what else you can use? And it's endless what you can use, and really endless. You know these little things when you're reading a magazine and they just kind of pop out at you and they fall everywhere? Especially when you're in the doctor's and you're in the waiting room and you're reading and you read any kind of magazine and they just fall out. These are great to use. Old envelopes that you get in your mail. Don't throw them away. Save them. Again, another envelope. These are, oh, here's my Zone Perfect protein bars. I love these. We alternate these for lunches every, not that this is important to this video, but every other day or so. Anyway, I kept this box because there's a lot of greatness here. Now, I got this piece of lace. What am I going to do with it? Well, I was going to make a skirt out of it for one of my dolls, and I still might, but I don't know. I grabbed it. How about great tissue paper? We all have tissue paper sitting around. It doesn't need to be colored. It could be white. It could be whatever you want. Or you can go to the dollar store, party store, craft store, what have you, and buy gift wrap or, which is this, or just a big thing of tissue paper. They have every single color at the dollar store. And again, this is just flowered paper. And I have some fabric that you can use. I have napkins. We all have napkins. These are some really cute Christmas napkins, but use whatever you have. These are little papers I got in a RAK last week. And I love them, so I might use those. Another little dark, it's flimsy paper. It doesn't matter. And then I have all of my papers. This is the tape I made, and this is the other tapes I made with tape in the jelly plate. Look how fun. So you can definitely use anything you have. I know I'm kind of going out of focus there. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so I'm not going to start with a cover necessarily. I want to start with the inside pages. Now, I'm going to start with, let's start with this. Let's start with this one. All right, I'll set this aside for a second. I'm going to use this as my structure. All right. And this is just cardstock that, if you watch my videos, you'll see that I did the jelly plate when I was doing the jelly plate thing. So that's going to be my main structure. And what that's going to do is give me an idea of the size or how thick or whatever, whatever I want to do. Now, size is not going to matter in this case. That's what she said. I'm sorry. But the size is not going to matter because we're just going to use these kind of things for junk for us to draw and do on. So let me find my little pokey thing. What do I do with my little pokey poke? I know. Here it is. This is a bead reamer, a pokey poke. You can use a thick needle. You can use whatever you want. It doesn't matter. So I am going to put this in the middle right here. Now, if you do not want to attach your papers to anything, don't. You could attach just papers all together here. I've used yarn. I've used where I just I'll have to find the video. I have so many of them where I make a video and just I make a journal and put the pages and connect them with just yarn with no needles or no anything. But for this one, I'm just gonna mark. So this will probably be my first. This is how I do it. If you have a better way, I say go for it. You want to kind of keep it on that end right there, and you want to just poke it through so it goes through both sides. And that'll be your starting point. These are both your starting points for what else we put on here. So let's do some of this. Let's start with, okay, let's do an envelope. Now, we got the little, where we tore it. Some people don't tear envelopes. I do. And I'm just going to cut some of that off. I don't need it all off. Throw it away, most of it. And you want to add it. Now, I'm going to leave it like this way, because I can use this as a pocket to put stuff in, but I can still use as a journal page. A lot of people don't like to buy journals, but I would just aim that up there. And what I'm going to do, it's easier to do it this way for me. You do whatever way is easier. I'm just going to poke the hole through so I kind of know where they are. So when I go to tie them together, they work. All right. And I like doing that as I go along. You don't have to. You could just put everything together and poke it if you want. So that's how I'm going to do with this. So I got my 2 pages, and here we go. 1, 2. So we could do on this side, put a little pocket something in there, and then you got that side. So then we'd flip it. And then I have my pasta box. Now I'm going to rip these off. You can use them if you want, or use them and glue them down to make sturdier, whatever. I'm not going to. I'm just going to take the side of my pasta box, which is the bigger of the 2. And I'm not worrying how straight or not straight I'm doing it. It don't matter. Okay. Now, what I think I'm going to do is, why did that fall? What I think I'm going to do is put a piece of paper there. Let me show you. I'm going to take one of my papers that I did. Let's do this one. And I'm going to fold it again. And I'm going to set it there. Because I do want these full pieces in the way I like it. A little bit in between all of them. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to worry about putting the holes in now. I'm just going to worry about constructing it. So now I have this. Now, obviously, we're going to have to gesso this side if we want to use it. Or throw a quick coat of white or black on it. It's a little shiny, but I'm not worried about it. I'm going to set it here. Because I know that's where I want it. And then, I don't know. I could buy a $100,000 life insurance, but not really. Don't want to. I'm going to open this up. And I don't care. It's going to be a little bit bigger. I'm going to lay that on there. And again, I can gesso both sides and use both sides. Now, I have a lot of these little cards. I don't know how many I'm going to use. Oh, that's the cutest. This one opens up. So I'm going to lay that in there. And you see, you get the gist of what I'm saying. I'm just opening these up. I'm going to lay that there. What do we got here? Now maybe I'll put another piece of my box in. Just cut this. Cut that. Go on that. Cut it up. And I have this. Now, I'm going to keep this full length. Okay. And I'm going to put that maybe this side because it'll be a little bit easier. I'm going to set that like that. See where I'm going? And if you have great envelopes from people that you got stuff from, or that you don't want to throw away, but they're crafty just as well, Then you can add, I don't want anybody to see that address, but then you can add your, all right, and you see we just keep rocking and rocking and rocking. Break down, we can break down this really quickly. And get more of that in there. Okay. Add another piece of paper. Just fold it in half. And set it on there. And these are building, I mean, this is building, you know, as well. You could put as many papers as you want in between. But this is all just stuff I have sitting here that was going into the recycling for garbage. Well, boxes. I'm horrible with boxes. I keep boxes for everything. All right, again, just cutting it, you know, just how I just did. Okay, now I have this deliciousness. Now, look at that. You can make that into a journal all by itself, like our other journal that we're doing. But look at that. Now, do I want to keep this on here? Like this? Do I want it to go like this? I think I'm gonna keep it like that, actually. I like that. And then I'm gonna take another piece of paper. And it's just my mixed media paper that I made. Out of cardstock, nothing fancy. And that's where I'm gonna start with that. That's where I'm gonna keep that. That'll be the end. Now, I'm gonna pull those together, but wait a second. Don't get freaky deek about like everything sticking up and it's going all around. That's what I love about an art journal. Now, especially a junk journal that you're making yourself or an art journal. I call it art journals. I call it unk journals. Don't you wish you were me? But this isn't going to be our cover. We don't have to have this as our cover if we don't want. Or you can. It's up to you. So real quick, go through it. And just, you know, we're turning. Before we do the holes, this is going to turn. This is going to turn. We got that. We got this. More paper. More paper. More paper. Envelope. We got these. We got this fancy pants. And then we have another paper. Now, you want to add another paper? By all means, do so. And I'm going to just fold another piece of paper. It could be blank. It could be whatever you want. And add that in. And that's it. And then this can be your back. Right? So you can use this as your front now. This is your first page. First page. And you just go from there. And believe me, if you sit and think about it, there are probably tons of things that you can use in your house that you don't want to throw away. And there's no rules. There are no rules. No rules. All right. So quickly, I don't want to keep you here forever. If I could keep you here forever, I would, because I love you guys so much. All right. So, you know, remember I did the 3 holes in here. So now what I'm going to do is take, this is how I do it. Again, do it whatever way you want. This is going to be in the middle. And I'm going to just pop it through. Use whatever you have to pop through. And if you can't find that last hole, where is that last hole? Here it is. Here you go. So I got that. And then, of course, we have this one. And now we're going to do this one. Hands are not working good today. Sorry. And I'm just going to like that. And I'm just going to continue poking. If you're using cardboard, it might take a second to poke through because it's a little stronger, but it's okay. And then your next piece. And then you can start taking pieces off as you're doing it. You know, just want to make sure they're lined up. And you just keep doing this. If you have a hole punch, that would be even easier. Which I have one of them. I don't know why I'm not using it now. And then just take your next piece. do have a nice hole punch. Why am I not using it? Well, I really want to show you that if you don't have a hole punch, because not everybody has hole punches. I get that. So this is just as easy. I want that to kind of be in the middle. I'm just going to pop it through. You could do more than one at a time. I mean, to poke through. Of course you can. Okay. And I'm just popping. I'm popping. I'm popping. Do that. Another piece of cardboard. And I'm not worrying if I'm keeping them in track or not. Who knows how I'm going to put it together. You know what I mean? I could change that up a million times. Okay. But this is what a junk journal is. It's junk. We're making a junk journal. Now I'm going to take this tape off here. And 1 second. I'm going to mark out this address. It's bothering me. I just don't want anybody to see that. Okay. So I'm going to use my envelope. Why do I want to use my envelope? I want to have a pocket again. So I'm going to do it that way. And poke with your pokey tool. Very good, very good. Now we have this. We want to poke it with the pokey tool. Okay, a couple more. Now this I wanted to go like that, so I'm going to have to make that in the middle. It's only going to be connected to one thing, but I'm not gonna worry about that too much. See how we have the holes, so we'll see what we're gonna do with that. And then we have our 2 pictures here. I'm just gonna poke the holes in both because I'm fancy like that. Fancy, fancy. And you just hold on to it and poke away. Poke away. Poke away. Okay. So now show you this. Where'd it go? These are wire ties. These are baby wire ties. You can get these at Lowe's, Home Depot. Oh, what's the other place called? What's it called? It's the Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight. You can get these anywhere. They have bigger ones, smaller ones. So what I'm gonna do is it's gonna be my first page. So I'm going to stick with this one, and I'm going to put it on here. And what I'm going to do is get a couple of them on here. Let's see. Let's do a page next. Let's do this one. Okay. This way and that way. I'm going to first line these 2 up and put this through. Now, you can use string. You can use wire ties, which is what this is. You can use those things that you use for the garbage. All right, so I'm just going to stick that one through. And I'm going to give a couple of these away too, these wire ties, if anybody wants them. I have stuff going out for a few people this week, so. Okay, so now we got that one in. Let's do a little baby one. All right. Okay, and what I like about these is that they have the little boopy on the end. If you don't like these or you don't have them, you just put a boopy on the end of your string, and that works just as well. Come on now. Must gonna storm here today because my dog was going nuts today. All right, so we're gonna do that, and you see these are gonna be our front. Now you know when you put smaller pieces on, of course it's gonna be, it's gonna be a small piece, but no worries. We don't care. All right, I'm going to build on top of this, I think. Okay. Where's all my other... Oh, God, Kelly. Oh, what medicine does to me. Okay, so I'm going to do another one of these. I got my hole already in here. And I'm just going to stick it on. Just going to stick it in. Stick it in. And just pull it through. Oh my God, look what I did. I crisscrossed them. Look. I know I'm not the only one who makes mistakes. There's a Sesame Street song about making mistakes. The mistakes. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look it up. It's a Sesame Song. I think Ernie sings it, or Bert, or Ernie, or both, or maybe Big Bird. I can't remember. Anyway, everyone makes mistakes, so why can't you? Yeah, yeah. That's my new thing. I'm not perfect. Sometimes I get crisscrossed. All right. And if you have somebody who's crafty, you know, in the garage, you know, uses their garage and that kind of stuff, you probably have these in here. My husband has way bigger ones than this. I'm so lucky. He has a bigger one than this. But yeah. Okay. And there we are going. Let's do some cardboard. All right. It's like sewing. So if you're using a needle and some thread or whatever, just sew it like you would. I will try to find the other video where I tie all the things together, which makes it much easier as well, which I will do for y'all if I can find it. I get so many people asking me for, like, to give them the links to videos that I've done, and honestly, it is like, I know how it must be for you guys to find videos, because I cannot find any of my videos that I've done. Like in sequence, I don't know what the heck I did. Maybe it's my fault, because I'm going to add some more paper, because I didn't, like, title them correctly. I mean, that could be it. I'm trying to be more conscious of that now. So, especially going back and looking for items that I do. All right. See how we're getting this all together? So if you have a piece of wire, any type of wire, it will do the same thing. It sure will, it sure will. All right. This, only a couple more, I know, you guys. Who wants to sit and watch that? I'm going to get comments like that, I'm sure. But don't watch it then. Because I'm doing this for Anne-Marie and nobody else. Yeah, doing it for everybody, but. Okay. I'm putting this one on. I think you guys get the gist of what to do here. But because I have OCD with this stuff, I'm going to have to get it done. Get it done. Get her done. Get her done. Okay. All right. Okay, so let me just double check what I have left here. All right, I got to put this on. I have this, and I have this, and I have this. Okay, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Okay, this I want to go. Huh. Doesn't matter. I'll do this. Did I put holes in this? Yeah, let's do it this way. I'm not going to make this. I think I'm going to make my own front. What did I do with my pokey tool? Does anybody know what I do with my pokey tool? Well, I'm not going to be poking that then. Okay. Oh, I got some chicken in the pressure cooker. Oh, I can smell it, and it smells good. I'm going to throw it on the grill for dinner. All right. Let's put this bad boy, because we know he's only getting one little ploopy. Which doesn't matter. It's cardboard. It's not going to bother anything. you know, if it gets a little wonky or whatever, we'll figure it out. I'm not going to worry about it right now. And then I have to find my pokey tool. It's driving me nuts. Pokey tool, oh, pokey tool. Where'd you go? Here you are. See, when you sing, they come right to you. I'm going to poke this hole in. And in. And in. And put this like that. Through there. Through there. Through there. You're gonna hear my dogs bark because the bus just went past. Out there. Out there. I'm in here. Okay. Last one. Now you can go on and on and on. But this will be good for me. Just pull it through. Pull it through. It's like doing sewing craft, and it's very fun. Okay, so all right, there we go. That's the junk journal. I hope you guys are still with me because I can't, you know. So this is where it's going to start, and we're going to go through it. Now we want to decide what do we want as the cover. So with this, I want to do the sewing technique so you guys can see the how to do that. But I'm wondering if I just want to add this on here because that would be, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? I don't want to add that. I don't want to add that. I want to save that for the other thing. Okay, I'm just going to take another piece of paper that I've done. You can use scrapbook paper too, remember. And what I'm going to do is, I don't know if this is going to be as big as I want it for the cover, but fold that in half. Now I should have waited and put the holes in there. That could be an issue, but I could glue it on, so I'm not going to worry about it. So you know what? I'm not going to worry about that cover right now. Let's not worry about the cover. But look, we got all this. I'm going to take, this is why I like this. You see this? Watch this. Well, I don't know if you can see or not. I can't even see. I'm getting so dang old. Come on, don't be such a creep. Get in there. Okay. Now you see we're making this loop. And that's all I'm going to pull it for now till I see what I need. But that's it. That's how fun these are. Yeah, they're real fun, I'm showing you, huh? Come on. I can't see. It's because I'm blind. Oh, it's because I'm putting in the wrong hole. That's what she said. That's what he said. Come on, piece of poop. I'm as blind as a bat. It's like right there. Anyway, you see what I'm saying. Okay. It's right there. It's so easy to get through. I'm like making it so hard because that's how I roll. Okay. So you can see they're in there. I'm not going to worry about them yet because I don't know how tight I want them, you know. And if I want to take them out and put more on, I can. But this is going to be our front, our first page. This is how simple. Watch. We're opening it. 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 Now you can see I'm backwards. You could go like this way too. It doesn't matter. Whatever way you want to do it. But I just want to show you. Opening all of it. And you just take them over that and you work. You work. You work. You can move these around so they don't get in the way. And then you can just, look, art journal your little bum off. Oh, I gotta do another little hole there, which is no big deal. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'll tell you what else I love to do with these. I'll show you. I will show you. But look, see, so we have our whole journal made. All these delicious pages of things that I have. Like if you have pages that you just put like your paint on after, like if you have extra or whatever, use those. And look at all this. Look how fancy. So great. And I want to, I was just going to say something too. All right, I'm going to start with this side. And tips. I'm going to give you some tips. If you have things, if you're doing your junk journal and you don't want to take paint and gesso this or anything like that to work with it, now remember this is going to be our first page. It's shiny. No big deal. Watch what we're going to do. Let's take, I'm just going to rip. It doesn't matter how big or little. I'm just going to take some of that. I'm going to do it cheap and easy because I feel like being cheap and easy today with this. It's kind of vibe. I'm going to take some white school glue and I'm just going to put it there. All right. I'm going to take my brush. All right. And it has, oh, I didn't clean my brush out. Wait. Hang with me. Okay. And it's a little wet. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to kind of put it in here like this just to liquefy this a little bit. And if you do have a little bit of paint on your brush, it's not going to hurt nothing. But just paint this on all over. Can you guys hear the kittens? I don't know if you can. All right. Okay, so you see what I'm saying here? We're just doing that a little bit there. And then I'm just going to lay this down. And then you could take the rest of your glue and go over it if you want. Get those bubbles out of it. Now, yes, I made it a little wet. It broke there. No big deal. It's our junk journal. Lift that up and just lightly. And it's okay if a little bit comes out of the, I mean, you leave it dry a little bit more than I am because patience is not one of my things. Come on, little friend. Stay there. Stay there. And you can just go on, and if that's sticking out and you want more on there, just stick it back on there. It's still wet. Push it down. Push it down. I'm not going to rip that anymore. I'm going to leave that like that. I'm going to take some more of my glue and just kind of do that. And do layer on layer. It doesn't matter. But what you're getting now is you're getting a great surface that you can paint on once this dries. You can use your scrapbook paper. You can use whatever you want. And that's what I'm going to do with that first page, is glue this piece of right here. Needs it right there. Straight on. And look how fun, you just mush it around. Gives you texture. Okay. All right. So I'm going to leave that dry. I'm not going to touch it anymore. Now, let's see. We're going to turn it. And it'll loosen up. The holes will get a little more pliable, you know, as you continue on. As you continue to move it. All right, so you know we can use this back side to do, and we can do this side. So, a lot of you get nervous with a blank page. Don't get nervous. I'm going to use these for that. Take little pieces of paper that you have stamped or out of a magazine or whatever you have, and glue them on. Paintbrush. Where's my paintbrush? That's not my paintbrush. That's not my paintbrush. Okay, so I'm going in and I'm just going to do this. This way I have 2 pages I can work on after everything's dry. And I'll do that in another video. Let me know down below what you guys think and what your ideas are for a junk journal. Okay, and I'm just going to lay paper down. Okay. Apparently this brush is balding. As you can see, some of the hair is getting on there, but what you gonna do? And I'm just gonna get a little more glue. Go underneath. I keep every journal I do. I have, if you knew how many journals I had, it's a shame. So these papers were sent to me, and I want to use them like this, but I'll never lose them because they'll be in my journal now. And let's do this. Let's do this here. Okay. And this is all you got to do. So you can get some color on a page and not be intimidated. Okay. So excited. I'm so glad she asked me to do this because it's going to get me to start doing in my art journal a little bit more than I do now. I like working big, but I love art journaling as well. So that is that. And that would be our first page. Right here, first page. And you can see it's kind of, I don't care. I'm not going to care about that. I'm just tearing some of this off. That did not glue. Now, something else, and I might do it on here after this all dries because I'm pulling off more than I want to. Not the biggest deal. But think about putting a piece of lace on, right? You could put lace going along the bottom. So you have like some lace there on the top. You can have it going across, which I think I might do once I get this front one done. Or to the side, or this side. I mean, think about the stuff that you can do. You can do so much. So I hope this answers questions for the junk journal. Again, this is my version of a junk journal. Everybody has their own gig. Everybody has their own way they do things. I'm gonna, let me grab 1 second. Just hold on 1 second. I don't know where it is. I know I've shown, where the heck did I do with it? I might not have it over there. I have to show you guys. Maybe this is it. Let me, 1 second. Yeah, I can show you this. All right, let me just show you this way as well. And this is not a junk journal. This is just a journal that I made. But let me show you. All right, I'm going to set this aside because I will be doing a video using our junk journal as well as our other journal. But here's another way that you can attach it. I've shown this many times before. See all this? You take all kinds of yarn. These have some beads on the bottom and all that. And this is the beginning. I just want to show you. I'm not showing you the journal, but see how we have all these yarns in here? And if you guys want me to show how to do this with just yarn without having to put needles in and, you know, do the weaving and all that kind of stuff, I'll be glad to do it. But you can see that they're all attached with ribbon. I love my little guy. And that's all it is. There's nothing else holding it together. And it got a nice front. And it got watercolor paper in it. And that, I mean, that's it. And it's really cute. And you can put so many trinkets and hang it. And it's a very cute way to do it. So if you guys want to see me do a journal like this where we just attach it and do all this very fancy, let me know. And I would be glad to do it. But this is one of my art journals, and I haven't been doing it as much as I want to. So I'm really glad. So I hope that this helped you guys. If it did help you guys, give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you guys like this. As always, please let me see what you guys do. Oh, the stuff I have planned for these journals. I'm so excited that we did this. And I hope, Anne-Marie, this helps you at all. If you have any more questions, just ask. I'd love to be able to do some more journaling. So I'm very, very happy. But that's all for today. As always, be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. I can't express that enough. It just breaks my heart when I see people get down when they're not doing well or they're having a bad day. And when you know, people like to kick them when they're down, and I hate that. So I just love all you guys. Thank you for all your love and support. You guys are the best. And let me know down below what else you'd like to see. We're going to be doing more with these journals, so that'll be coming up. And that's it. So I hope you guys, if you guys are still with me at 40 minutes, bless your heart. I love you guys. Bye-bye.